us up. That sounded weird. Put us up on the screen.
Throw us up.
Wait for Mike. Oh, I figured it out. Mike was asking where the on-air sign was, and it's back there. I just don't have it turned on. I'm interested in some of these that you have, because a lot of these I've read about too.
Huh. Yeah, I just...
The Xbox One, I did not know anything about that.
Yeah, I put the Steam one on there because I feel like that's a use story all the way. That's all about data misrepresentation.
Steam what? Oh, exploding sales numbers aren't telling the whole story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like... It's basically saying, like, okay, they said 6,000 games that were released made at least $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take into account things like how much of that was Valve's cut, how much of that was, lost to marketing. It's like that number is inflated, and the actual number is like closer to 50K.
I'm also wondering what the ratio is to how many games that were actually published on Steam.
I know. I mean, take a look, because let me just repeat that one.
I feel like I have to yell into my microphone. It looks like it's acting quiet.
No, I hear you fine.
Okay. Audacity is just showing it kind of quiet, so.
Yeah, it's showing mine quiet too, but actually, let me just do a little tweak. How's that? Better, I guess. Sure. I'm sure it'll sound fine.
Whoa. Am I live? I don't know if I'm live on. Am I? It says streaming. Hopefully it is, because I don't see it showing up on my dashboard thing. Oh no, it is live. Okay. He just disappeared. Oh, there he is.
And he's gone again.
It was nice while it lasted. There he is again. Why don't I hear anything? Wonder what happened.
I don't know.
So how often are you dreaming about Marathon?
All the time. I thoroughly enjoy it. I just need to play more solo missions. The game.
Oh my god.
I see a cat.
I'll deal with you later.
Oh. Did you hear that?
Yeah, was that? I thought that was you.
No, that was Mike. I wonder who he's threatening.
Alrighty, I am
what
back.
Happened? We heard you
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
I'll deal with you later.
Okay. Let's start
Here we
with
go.
the original reason why I left was because Morgan was screaming and I could hear it. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Went to go check on her, and like she had a terrified face on. So it's not her
She did
wanting
something?
to not go to sleep. No, she's scared. She was scared of something. I'm like, and I'm trying to figure out what she's saying because between her being upset and not exactly saying words correctly,
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure it out. Sawyer points it out, and I'm like, and she starts looking into the corner where like there's a shadow. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, poor
She's at
kid.
that point.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. So I had to luckily enough they have cam lights in their rooms with dimmers. So I can lower her side, leave the light on and lower her side without bothering Sawyer.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a phase.
Usually
She'll get through it.
yeah. I was just surprised because you know how she is. She's the sassy little beastie.
Yeah.
Tough as nails, nothing's gonna bother her.
Not this time.
Uh-huh. And then I said, and the reason why I was saying I'll talk to you later because Callie came to the bedroom door
Mhm.
and was like, "How is she doing?" Stuff like that. And then she's like, "I got a confession to make and tell you." When I went into the bedroom, I saw her and the baby sleeping. The baby sleeping on her chest, her sleeping. So I tried to be a good husband and move the baby to the crib. My wife just admitted that she was faking it because she realized she was tired and doom scrolling, and I've already given her shit in the past.
Jeez.
But yeah,
Okay. I have a feeling that we're going to talk a lot about a certain game, so why don't we like get our normal things out of the way and we can I don't know, should we wait till the end and just discuss that for the last 30 minutes or should we start off with that?
I say we start with the regular news and then right into the game.
We run right into marathon.
right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Was that is that going to be a teaser for an actual episode review or?
How many I wonder how many hours I've actually put into it now.
You see on mine.
I can look it up. You know what? Having, I don't know. We've never really done a review, but like maybe a let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. I gotta look and see how long I've been playing already. Will it tell me here? I have half the achievements.
Damn.
How can I check my thing? Where's my profile? There it is. I don't know how to use the Xbox app anymore. Nope, I can't see the time that I've spent on it, just other stats.
I only
there we go.
have it's yeah. What do you got?
I have 49 hours and 11 minutes.
Jesus. I was about to say I only have 8 hours played.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I got baby
Jesus.
numbers.
What's wrong with me? Why do I have so much?
This is a good game, man.
Mike, have you gotten to read anymore? No.
Just a smidgen.
Okay. What'd you get in? That sounds weird. What'd you get in?
Crap, where did I leave off? Oh, the Carl, Donut, and Oh, what the hell is her name?
Lydia.
Lydia.
No, is it Lydia? No, the shapeshifter.
Oh, I
Yeah.
almost said noodle. Juice box.
Oh, juice box. Juice box. Yes.
Yes.
No, because whatever her name, the third member, it's Lydia, right?
Oh,
The third
Katya.
member, that Katya.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Katya.
he said shapeshifter. And
That's
I went straight to juice box. Wait, you don't know who juice box is yet, do you?
No, I have no
Okay.
idea. I'm like, what the hell?
That explains why you looked at us
You'll
like, what
get
the
there.
fuck are you saying? Yeah, there's
No, they
a.
started moving to the next city while everybody else is training before they.
Okay, I need a reminder. Which book are you on again?
Yeah. It's been a while.
I am on what the hell is the name?
Gate of the Feral Gods?
Yes, Gate of the Pharaoh Gods.
Okay, so have you made it to Humptown?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of the camel people?
Oh my god, they're my kind of
Were
people.
they're the isn't their name the Dromedarians or something like that?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Huh.
No, they're an interesting crowd.
That. I don't know. That book, like, it's a trip. That one specifically. Like, I'm remembering everything that
Yeah.
happens in it now, and it's like this one's for me. It started off pretty slow, but like, dude, it ramps up so hard at the end.
Oh yeah.
Like, you thought the end of book 3 was huge in terms of like characters and actually like stuff that's going on. Just wait till the end of
Yeah.
this one.
You can get bigger than that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The things that they go through to even get to that point too is pretty nuts. It's cool. Oh, Sean, he gets to check out the fight with the what is it? What isn't it a bird? The giant bird, or is it?
Oh, you're talking about Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That I feel like, and again, I know it's kind of like putting a hat on a hat, but like they should make a video game for Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is funny because
Just boss fights.
that yeah, it's just boss fights or just insane, nonsensical like missions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you know what would have been if it was still a thing, like a Telltale Games Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
Right.
Like
Because you can't
combine
make it like an
this.
open world game. You have to make it thematic and narrative.
They could. I mean, the dungeons are kind of sprawling, and you have to figure out where things are.
Yeah, but like, I'm trying to think because again, the idea behind Dungeon Crawler Carl is that it's like you have the ability to do whatever he has the ability to like handle anything in any way that he wants,
Mm-hmm.
which is naturally not you can't do that in a game. You can't go that unless you like. Well, I don't know. Like you could do like a Saints Row type dealy where it's just complete and utter nonsense.
I feel like you
Yeah.
have to lean into the nonsense with Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're
Oh,
not
boy.
that far. Don't worry, I haven't been reading my book either. I've added like 3 new ones to the list, and I still haven't gotten back to Sanderson's.
Oh yeah. That's a tough one. I will say this. I love Stormlight and like my personal preference again because I read Stormlight first. If you're gonna get into Sanderson, read Stormlight because it's a really unlike reading Mistborn where everything's really like it's very centralized on one thing, like in one world with some various things thrown in. Stormlight, like by I think it's like by book. Well, actually, even in book one, you get to visit Shadesmar. You get to see like it really lends itself to like having this huge open world. But it's tough. I mean, it's like a 1,600-page book. It's like a history textbook.
It's been daunting already with what I've gotten into, so
Yeah.
it's all good. What,
Yeah. I tried.
Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, you
I was
go.
going to say I tried reading, tried starting Wheel of Time again, but haven't gotten that far.
No,
Just haven't
is
done
that
it.
tough too?
Yeah, and it's tough because like I will say this for Sanderson, he has this thing called the Sanderlanche. So like by the end of most of his books, like it's just action, 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 action. And like there's all these moments of like hell yeah, dude. And then but with this, like and I know he wrote the last couple of Wheel of Time, but like it is not it there are points where it very much drags and it's like okay. And I've read the first book twice now. This is my third time going through it. So now I know where it's going to drag and I'm like I just got to get through it, man. Just got to get through it.
So you've only gone through the first book?
No, I've read through book 2. Almost I think I've read through book 2 and I think I was about to start book 3 like 7 years ago and then I was like, "Oh, I'll read it later."
Isn't there like 12 or 14 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, like, so I read the entire Cradle series, and there are 14 books in
I
that.
don't know what that one is.
Oh, that's a great. Oh, if you want to talk about so, Dungeon Crawler Carl is obviously lit RPG, right?
Mhm.
This is so Cradle is basically similar. It's not lit RPG. It's progression fantasy. So it has the same type of thing, right? Where I guess Dungeon Crawler Carl is also similar,
Yeah.
where you have a main character and they gain skills and like power through each book. So by the end of like the last book, they're basically God. It's like reading Dragon Ball Z,
Okay.
but it's short. So each book is like 300 to 400 pages long. So it's like a
Oh,
real
that's
quick
nothing.
read. Yeah, and it's really easy to get into. So I've read through that series twice now, and I've used that as like a way to like clean the palette between really, really deep and heavy books. I read that between my first and second read through of oh my God, Stormlight.
Okay. Uh, just because we're talking about reading through stuff and I guess lore and stuff, how deep have you gotten into Marathon's lore?
Me or Mike?
You. Because I think you mentioned that it's deep
So
and you were getting into it.
So I watched so I started watching some of like the lore videos, but I was watching and I forget the guy's name, but I was watching and I was expecting him to do back lore on like Marathon 1, 2, and Infinite.
Mhm.
And he didn't do that. He just started kind of speculating on the lore because this was before Marathon released. He was speculating on the lore and how it tied back to that. So I didn't have any background in it.
Mhm.
I just recently found a video that was like 1 hour Marathon 1, Marathon 2, and Infinite. And like the thing that is so like they go into the 4 and they go into
The
all that shit.
compilers and the Flicta and all them.
And exactly. And the thing that Marathon 1 pretty run of the mill sci-fi. 2 it gets a little weird. 3's just insane.
Yeah,
It's
3 is
like
cool as like a concept.
yeah, right. It's like it's basically Avengers Endgame, but it's like it's them just running through various like alternate timelines to try to solve issues.
Mhm.
And like then it ties back to oh my god, what is it? What is the thing that happens to the AI in Marathon? What do they call it? Where they like
Rampancy.
start rampancy, right? So they start tying that back into rampancy for the security officer, and speculated, and the guy speculates because he is basically a cyborg that he's also going through that, and the steps of that are reflected in basically which AI you're following, whether it's Tycho, uh, Durandal, or both, and then or the Durandal whatever hybrid thing that pops up later on. So like it's funny because there is so much lore and is so dense, and yet this game is, and again I'm sure we're going to talk about, I mean we could just talk about it. We don't have to
I
do
want to save it. Just because I know that we're going to
okay,
be stuck on it.
right. So basically like there's so little story. Like if you didn't know anything about Marathon, it would be, this game would be just as, I didn't know anything about it until like literally like 2 days ago. So, but I would still enjoy the game. But like now it has a lot of deeper meaning. Like for example, now I know who Durandal is. Also, how the hell is he back? Because he's like not even in this reality anymore.
So the big question
It's
is,
a
when does the game take place? Because that would solve like some of the time things.
right, right, and like it's really interesting because again, like it's not you fighting aliens, right? It's not, and humans don't even factor into it, right? It's just basically robots versus robots, no aliens, no humans.
Oh, here, it's
When
even a step above that. The robots aren't really robots. They're being controlled remotely by like a central AI that has like basic AI functions, and they all follow the same kind of protocols. So it's not really one person controlling them or people inhabiting the robots. They are just controlled by that central AI, and Orion is the one that's like kind of overseeing all of UESC. So it's like AI versus AI on behalf of humans that are in another star system somewhere else.
right, and like that's actually one of the other things.
Mike,
Like
you okay?
I'm curious about, and again, like
I'm gone.
right, and that's
Just wait
where I'm
till
like,
later when we get
and
into
then
it.
where where are the humans that are controlling the runners, right? The shells. Like where are they?
Earth.
Where are they?
They're still at
They're
Earth.
in Earth?
There's faster than light communications, which is how like we're able to ship things back and forth and get like communication lines open back with Earth. It's all consciousness.
Right, but I didn't,
like that's the.
but they're not
We're gonna get into
they're not on Mars either. Right, we'll get into
Well,
it.
actually,
Right.
they are. That's the thing. They've colonized Mars, so there's Earth and Mars civilizations. They took the moon Deimos, hollowed it out, built the Marathon as like a ship as part of it, and then sent it off.
Right. But like the runners themselves, they're all based on Earth? Are some of them based on Mars? Because Mars and Earth are not at the best of terms at this point either,
Nope.
because of Earth hollowed out Deimos in order to make the Marathon, and then was like, we're stealing your moon. And then Mars is like, the hell, man. And then they were also like, we're going to set up your entire economy, but that economy is going to be predicated on the fact that these specific starships, which take like 100 years to make, if one of them breaks, you guys are screwed. And it's like,
And that's when you got like factions like Mida coming up and like causing riots and things like that.
oh my god. And then that was the other thing too, was like it's not new caloric, it's, there was one of the factions is actually named after an old AI, right?
I don't remember, but if I had to guess, it might be Gabriel, like the medic that was on the Tau Ceti thing, but I don't know.
Hold on.
Kinda taking a guess on that one.
Marathon factions.
Once you look it up, we'll introduce this and start talking about the news so we can actually get into that.
Do it up. Do it up.
I was waiting for you to look up what you're looking up.
No. Introduce, because I'm going to.
Ramblepack
gonna
Podcast
take me a
episode
sec.
83, and I'm runner Adam.
I'm very confused, Mike.
Okay,
and I'm Meat Shield Muldoon.
nice. I got a new nickname. Well, you could have always said medic Muldoon too, because you've been playing triage lately.
Yeah, but Meat Shield is much more. Um, is it's yeah. Meat Shield is kind of how I operate
Okay.
Traxxas.
It's Traxxas's Vulcan.
So it's Traxxas Marathon lore. Right. Okay. So Traxxas 4
Okay.
was was an AI that became rampant, right? That shut down the Martian planetary network.
Oh.
And they actually, to even go further back to it, right? Um, Traxxas is the name of the original marathon Wikipedia wiki, right? And Traxxas is also, and again, I don't know this because I didn't have a PlayStation, was the name of a mining company in Halo.
Oh shit! It was. There's a lot of crossover with Destiny games and like naming conventions for stuff. Oni was in Halo, and they were the what was it called? It was like something naval. Oh, Office of Naval Intelligence, and it's basically the secret ops. They built the Spartan program, created like the Spartans, and sent them out undercover, which was originally them breaking up insurrection people on the outer colonies that couldn't be governed. They would send them in to like break up that stuff and squash rebellions, and then it turned into fighting against the Covenant there. But there's a lot of like through lines that you'll see with characters and naming conventions and general stories and things like that in the Bungie games.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because they all, well, at least until Halo was unceremoniously taken away from them. Like Marathon, Destiny, and Halo all have like running themes. And it wasn't there ads for Marathon, like wasn't there like propaganda posters for Marathon in or Destiny in Halo or something like
Sort
that?
of, yeah. So for Halo 3 ODST, Bungie actually teased Destiny a long time ago when they were first making it. It was
Yeah.
a little poster of like a moon or something in the background, and it looked like the Traveler like coming to Earth or whatever. And
Yeah.
nobody caught on to what that was at all until they actually showed off Destiny 1. You saw some things, and then people went back and checked it out because they had heard about the things being in the game, and they found it there. I did. As for like hinting at other games in their games, I haven't heard of any others except for that one.
Well, the last line of the Marathon Infinite is "You are Destiny."
That is true. It is, but I
Right.
don't think
And
they had
actually one
that
of the
thought out that far ahead.
well, so it's funny because the lore video guy that I watched was like, if you look at all of Bungie's protagonists, right? Like they're all basically like the security officer, Master Chief, the whoever the MC is in like who you play in Destiny. They're all like uber super soldiers
Yep.
trying to take down like oppression by aliens and whatnot. And it's he was like basically you're the same character.
Yeah.
It's just inhabiting different worlds, kind of.
Kind of. They use a lot of the same building blocks and things, but they do it well.
Yeah,
They
no, it's
make
good.
really good
I like
stories and really deep back like history of those two. It's cool. Oh, Oni was the name of one of their video games too, like back in the day. I think it was on the PS2.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like wasn't that a side scroller?
No, I believe that was like a 3D action game. You're a police lady.
Game. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ta-da!
Bungie's for. I'm just looking it up, and like the first thing it says Bungie's Forgotten Game.
Yeah, I
mean, the
saw that
art's
everywhere in magazines, but like I don't remember it being that big.
right, and it. Oh my god! Oof, oof, oof.
Oof! What? What happened?
Hold on, I'll put it in. Oh,
In the
damn it!
chat.
Hold on, hold on. My thing's messed up, man. Like I just lost audio, so be aware. You're gonna have to do some splicing, Adam.
Yay!
Yay! I don't
Doing
know
it
why
again.
it's doing this. Oh my god. I don't even know how much I missed.
Uh-oh.
But regardless, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new microphone. Maybe I need to actually stop using this microphone and use this microphone.
I thought your
Try
desktop
it
was
next
pretty
time.
good.
See if it. I don't like. I think it's just there's something wrong with like the cord connection. Like I'm just not going to touch it anymore. Um. But yeah. Anyways, whoops. I want to go back to here. I want to go to. Whoop. I'm the wrong damn thing. I want to do this, this, this.
There it is.
There it is. I actually just put that into the. I put that into one of the. I put that into the marathon chat on accident, and somebody responded, "Yes." I'm like,
Nice.
"Awesome podcast."
Getting people excited. Did you really say that?
No,
Oh,
I should.
free marketing. Oh man.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Somebody just said,
Go ahead.
"Hello." Wrong chat.
I gotta see. I gotta find this. I want to see if I can find it.
You'll find it.
Is it on the
Where,
channel?
where did I put? It's under breach protocol.
Oh yeah, there you are. LOL, wrong chat. Yep. There's
Oh,
a
good
picture.
stuff. I'm
And
having
somebody said,
a
yes,
day,
love Oni.
guys.
That is funny.
Hello, wrong chat. My bad. So anyone who's on breach protocol right now, I apologize. That was because I'm trying to do 50 different things. Also, I'm trying not to touch my cord, so that way, hopefully, I don't lose any more freaking audio.
Breach protocol thing is the ARG stuff for marathon. Oh my god.
Somebody just probably creamed their jeans like, oh shit.
I didn't think about that. Talking about tremendous screw-ups, how about Overwatch and Jeff Kaplan breaking his story finally? Like, I feel so bad for
Oh
him.
boy.
He was like
Oh,
one
jeez.
of the best faces for any kind of video game, and just his videos that he put out talking about updates and what's happening to the game and what they're doing with it were great. He was one of the great community managers, and just to find out the shit that went on behind the scenes is really sad and disheartening, because he didn't deserve that kind of crap.
Oh God, no.
We all have it on our note. Who wants to take it?
Yeah, I know. So Mike, you want to take that one, and then I have an addendum to that.
Okay. All right. So from what I read about it, Kaplan basically told us that
Us specifically?
he left due. Oh,
You had an interview with him?
yes.
Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
You heard it here, folks? What, folks? Fuck me. Folks.
Jesus. That he left because of corporate mismanagement and them pushing to meet certain quotas year after year, or else they're going to lay off 1,000 people and they're going to put the blame completely on him.
Yep. And the shit that went out
That's
was kind
bullshit.
of out of his hands, too. Like, they're blaming the devs for that stuff, and it's like, the devs aren't in control of who's going to choose to play the game and the marketing that they're doing for Overwatch League and their expectations for the stuff either. The devs just make the game and they're doing what they're told to fix it. They can't control
Right.
what people do.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It was hard to... I mean, I'm not surprised at that on the back end, because, like, that's typical corporate stuff. I understand that, but, like, I didn't see any numbers on it, but I know that it's, like, there's going to be a time where there's not going to be enough ROI for it to be, a viable product. But it's... I guess they managed to turn into something now, but they've had to probably manage their expectations when it came to returns as well on the stuff, because it feels like people are expecting the moon when the companies release a game, and It's just not feasible. Can't do that. And there's a lot of going back. This is going to be like a marathon recall episode the whole fucking way through. Because as soon as the game was released too, there was a huge spike in numbers. I think the peak on Steam was 88,000 or whatever, and it's gone down. Like it's gone kind of like up and down a little bit, but it's still on a steady decline to where it's going to plateau, and we're going to see like the steady people who are going to be playing the game forever. But because that number was slowly going down, there was a lot of doom and gloom about the game, saying, "Oh no, Sony's going to shut it down right now. The player count's not going to stay high enough. We're doomed to the shit." And it's like, what was it? The Warframe community and somebody else was like, "You can't stare at Steam charts the whole time. You're never going to enjoy the game. You're going to find your player base. Just keep your head down and play the game. It'll be fine."
Right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I mean, especially with
Right.
especially with Overwatch, especially, it's like, I remember when Overwatch 1 came out and basically everyone was like, this is the cure for the modern video game, and then when Overwatch 2 came out, everyone was like, why?
I don't know why they killed
But
Overwatch 1 just to make 2 when they could have just added on to 2. Or added on to 1, but I don't know. I think that was like just after he left too.
So
Kaplan.
yeah, well, as an addendum to that, right, as the follow-up to that, he's actually he is basically with a new publisher, right?
Okay.
Or he's with a new developer, but he has a new game coming out called The Legend of California, and it basically looks like
So he's the one who's responsible for that. I saw some like things about the title, but I don't know anything about it.
So I watched like a gameplay trailer for it, and it basically looks like, at first I was like, oh, it just looks like Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's a first person shooter. It's the way they describe it is basically it is like you can build your own homestead and stuff. It's like a combination between Red Dead Redemption and Mafia.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The game itself looks great, but I don't know. Like, I'm curious to see if anyone's going to have an appetite for that, because I know there's going to be comparisons between that and Red Dead 2.
What type of game is it exactly? Just like an open world first person shooter adventure kind of thing?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It looks. I mean, like when I saw so they had some cinematic stuff in the video, and basically it just looks like. It's weird to say this because, again, I know that Red Dead Redemption 2 is old as hell now, but it looks like a kind of cheesier version of it. But then I saw the actual gameplay, and it's like first person. It's like, oh, that feels cool. I like that response to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he's doing that now. So hopefully good.
Didn't we get an indie dev showcase from Nintendo recently?
Maybe.
I feel like there was one last week. I know Capcom had a showcase last week that I watched, but I swear to God Nintendo had one too, and now I can't remember. Because there was something on there that I saw that I found interesting, and of course I lost it. Mike, this is your fault.
I'm sorry.
I just needed someone to blame.
That's okay.
What the hell is this stupid... What's this stupid Never Dies? What?
Oh. I saw... While I was going through the articles, I saw a preview for this. Because they showed the picture, and the art style caught me. Because it reminded me of, like, Lollipop Chainsaw type of art.
Is it by Grasshopper Manufacturers, or is it someone else?
I think it's someone else, but it's just that same type of style.
Okay, because Suda51 and Grasshopper Studios just put out Romeo Must Die, which is like some weird-ass take on Romeo and Juliet, I think, is what the tagline for it was.
Yeah.
It's an action game. They're pretty good at it, being flashy and artsy. I haven't tried it yet, though, but I want to.
But I saw the preview, and it looked pretty cool. the premise is it's a zombie named Davy. The world's basically gone. The apocalypse happens type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's roaming his area and comes across a dead girl, like legit dead.
Dead.
Was yeah, like she's not a zombie, but she's actually dead.
Okay.
Found her in a freezer, and he's trying to figure out a way. Falls in love with her, and is trying to figure out a way to save her.
But she's dead.
Yeah, and he's a zombie.
So, okay. I
And then he has to roam a dungeon to beat the king of monsters to take his powers to revive her.
What is this?
Oh Jesus! And the way the game played reminded me of what was that game, that guitar game? Know what one I'm talking about? That was
Are you talking about
He's
with
talking
Jack
about-
Black?
No, I bet he's talking about Guitaru. Guitaru Man.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So this game,
I haven't
at
thought
least
about that
the
game in
video.
forever. What's funny is I didn't even know what you were referencing. I'm just like, there's no way it's Guitar Hero. It's got to be something more obscure.
Well, no, I watched the trailer and it looked pretty cool. It gave me the same feeling that I used when Beautiful Joe came out, like that type of stupidity.
That was such a good game.
I've never
That's
played
what this
Beautiful
game
Joe.
reminds me.
What's that?
I've never played Beautiful Joe.
Oh my god.
Now that I think about it.
If you have the Dolphin emulator, do yourself a favor and get Beautiful Joe. It's
I think I
it's very artsy and flashy in like the best way, but the gameplay alone too is a lot of fun. The speeding up
Yeah,
and slowing down time and the superpowers and stuff, it's cool. Hopefully you didn't get the ending spoiled for you, so you can do it. Not gonna spoil it. It's a typical ending if you like superhero stuff, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So you mocking me.
Huh.
I'm watching the trailer for Stupid Never Dies, and it's what am I even looking at?
See, that's how I felt
It is
listening to
wild.
Mike explain it.
I swear I'm not high off my ass. Okay.
Yet. Oh, Mike, it's Friday the 13th again tomorrow. Why can't we go get tattoos?
I'm sorry. Lay my damn pills that keep me from dying.
Did I miss something?
What do you mean?
That was
We never
first of- Yeah, go on.
We never told you. A couple of years ago, I almost died.
Oh, yeah. Haha,
From
let's
what?
laugh about it.
Ha ha ha.
So, they still haven't figured out what caused it. So they had me on blood thinners. Basically to make sure it never happens again. Problem is, you're on blood thinners. You can't get tattoos.
Right, because then because your blood won't coagulate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same reason why if you're drunk, they
Woof.
shouldn't tattoo you either.
And ironically enough, we had plans to do that year,
Yep.
and then that happened.
Gonna go get Friday the 13th tattoos, and I almost died, so can't do it.
But actually, fun fact: if you are in the market to get tattoos, I need to get some tattoos.
I've got
Some
plenty of
one-
white space on
more
this
to-
arm, so yes, I need to fill it in.
Do it because I need to get some tattoos, some emotionally relevant tattoos. So I need somebody to go with it. I need somebody who actually knows
Ooh,
some
me.
tattoo artists.
Pick me. I know a handful.
Yes, you're my go-to friend.
Yay. I'm down to get another tattoo. Ooh, Lauren has picked up drawing more lately, and since Amelia I have a drawing that she first made me when she was drawing that I'm gonna get tattooed. It looks like a little ball with some squiggly lines, kind of like an amoeba. So once Lauren draws me something, I'm gonna get that tattooed as well.
Aw.
Always have their first drawings. Yay. Since we're not talking about killing our kids, but Microsoft is, they're quietly removing everything as an Xbox campaign. Sorry. I don't remember if we brought... What? You okay?
That was a sharp turn.
Yeah! I don't remember if we mentioned it when we talked about what's his name leaving Xbox and Sarah Bond stepping down as well. But it was her brainchild for the whole "this is an Xbox" marketing campaign, where it was like your tablet's an Xbox, your whatever web browser is, your phone is, and shit like that. Apparently, it pissed off people on the dev side of the Xbox, like those who created the system and stuff. It was like they're downplaying the actual significance of the console and stuff, so they were upset about it apparently. But like not long after they were talking about that, they've started taking down those same advertisements mainly on like the Xbox website, but you're not seeing them pop up in other places too, like in banner ads and things. So it must not have struck some good chords.
Well,
I didn't even think
They
about
also
it that
showed
way.
off Project, or they didn't show off anything, but like they hinted at the next console generation that they're making called Project Helix. I think I called it.
That's
They're
what
running on AMD architecture.
right. And I mean that tracks. It doesn't PlayStation run on AMD?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that AMD going to Xbox was like a business deal, which is where their handheld came from and why it's going to be the major chipset for the next console. I think that Sony's is a custom chipset, and I think that it's an Intel base, but I might be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong.
No, it's AMD.
All right.
Yeah, so they use an AMD APUs in the PS4 and the PS5. So they used to do like it's a custom AMD, so it's their Oberon system. That being said, it's also and they actually rumored that it's going to be the PlayStation 6 is also going to have an AMD chip. With the Xbox thing is interesting because like I was just I found an article on all the things we know about it, and basically it's going to be a PC. Your console is going to be a PC.
Did it break again?
One sec. Of course it did. Okay, but it only broke for like a second.
Okay.
So it basically is going to be a PC combination with thingy. Yeah, with a
Called it.
console. Yeah.
Yep. It's going to have that PC integration built in, and it's going to be basically a one-to-one. But I kept saying that it's not going to be how the Xbox console was originally marketed, how it's like for everybody. This is more of a niche thing. And I'm like,
right.
All I can think of is why. Because yes, that's what they did with their handheld and a couple other products that they put out, but it's like you can't afford to go full niche right now if you're still in the market. You gotta go to the wide audience.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it's funny because PlayStation is kind of going the opposite direction, right? Where they're trying to make it. If it's a PC, I'm assuming you could probably run, Steam on it. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Whereas PlayStation, like they're shuttering all of their PC.
They're not
You
putting
can't
games on
play
PC
any.
anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's that, which is just bad. I don't like that. I feel like if you're going to be That just redoing the whole console wars bullshit that kind of got us in this situation to begin with, right?
I don't really remember why they started backing off of PC because everyone was excited that their games were coming to PC last I saw.
Well, I think they're trying to drive up console sales, right? You want to play the next Spider-Man, you want to play Wolverine? Well, guess what? You need to buy a PlayStation, and that's
That's
the only
fair.
way you're going to be able to do it, you know? I mean, it's artificially driving up demand. Which is funny because I actually put something else in here. Because Sony is going to be, looks like it's going to get hit with a $2.67 billion lawsuit
What do they do now?
because they don't allow, well, it basically is that, right? So they've monopolized the only, you can't buy PlayStation games from third parties. You can't buy from like Steam. You can't buy from any other like marketplace, but especially even on the PlayStation. So, like with Xbox, you can, theoretically buy your Xbox games on your PC or whatever.
Oh, that's. Mm, I don't know if I like that because that's a little complicated too. Because like Xbox have play anywhere games where just because you buy it on the console doesn't mean you're locked to it. You can still play it on the PC, but you still have to sign in with your Xbox information and all that. That I get. That's fine. It's all still part of the Xbox ecosystem. I would not expect to buy a PlayStation game and be able to load it up on a PC or something like that because it's a PlayStation specific game. Just like I wouldn't expect
Sure.
to buy it on Steam, it be a PlayStation game and be able to take it to the console.
And to for more background on this, it's going to be in the UK, I think, but it's a Europe. This is trending in the European market because again, we're content with things like Apple, right? If
Yeah.
you buy an Apple product, the only thing you can buy on it is Apple stuff.
Yeah.
And I think what they're trying to do is kind of eliminate these monopolies because right now, aside from, I mean, the argument can be made then, if you're going to argue that point, Nintendo's doing the same thing. But because PlayStation is so dominant in the market, they're like, you need to be able to allow other, you know, storefronts to be available other than just the PlayStation store. Which, I mean, like,
I don't know
I'm
how they
on two
expect
minds
to
of it.
make that work though.
I think the issue is no one's PlayStation's take on it is that increases security risk, but they never stipulated how, right? So
Well, if they're not in
I
control of the storefront or how things are working on the back end, then yeah, it
sure,
opens them up to risk.
sure, but and I mean I guess the argument to that is we have a million storefronts now for the PC market, and it seems to be working fine. Like I get both sides of it.
It's not
I
working
get
fine
the
because
I
you have to use their specific launchers to even play the game.
no I know. I think this is just
It's working as
I think
intended.
this right to be this is the second lawsuit of this ilk.
Hmm.
The first one was in the Netherlands against Sony, and then like the European Union has been, I guess, going after Apple as well for a similar reason.
Yeah, they forced Apple's hand in turning all their USB cords to be from proprietary cables and stuff to just being USB-C to be compliant with stuff in
Right,
the EU.
right. And the idea now is to kind of go after the digital storefront, infrastructure that they have, which again, like I both applaud it in the sense of like, hey, you know what? Maybe this can start to iron out pricing issues, especially now that Sony's doing dynamic pricing,
Yeah, fuck
whatever the
that.
hell that means.
Did you
Right.
see that, Mike? Since you're a
What?
big PlayStation proponent, that Sony is doing dynamic pricing for games, like they're testing it on certain users or consoles.
Fuck is dynamic pricing?
So like the idea is the way they position it is if you buy more games, you get more deals. However, I was watching a TikTok and this TikTok person posited the opposite. Because if you're already spending money on the
Yeah,
storefront, if you're already spending money on PlayStation, right?
yeah.
So the idea is let's say Marathon, it goes on
Uh-huh.
sale. Let's say you buy, I don't know, $300 worth of games a year, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That they're going to see that and say, "Oh, you're in this tier for this discount. You get 50% off," right? But
Mhm.
I'm in the like I only spend $100 a year, so I'm in a different tier. Thereby, my percentage off will be different than yours.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't know. And again, because I've heard conflicting things. Either you, because you spend more money, get a better discount, which kind of defeats the purpose,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or I, because I spend less money, get a steeper discount because they want to get me back into buying more games. Either way, it's predatory. That's just price gouging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
So,
also,
I mean,
what is their metrics that they're basing this off of too?
this is part of the reason why I kind of applaud something like this, where it's like, yeah, the only way that you can have a fair marketplace is to have the ability to have competition. If your platform does not allow for competition, then you are going to eventually, at some point, they can just say, we can charge you whatever we want,
Mm-hmm.
right? But on the other hand, I also understand the idea that this is Sony's system. They should be able to put their own storefront on there. It is it's kind of a weird dichotomy because we all are just genuinely accept it, especially as video gamers.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Nintendo guy, like you just said to Mike. You're a PlayStation proponent. At the end of the day,
Mm.
they're $1 billion company, billions of dollar company. They don't give a shit about you personally.
Mm-hmm.
They just want your
Right.
money.
Yep.
And same with me. Like they just
You want my money?
so part. Yes, I want all everyone's money.
Okay.
I am greedy.
So
No,
piggybacking. Go ahead.
yeah, go on.
No, you.
No, no.
Mm.
I was okay. I was just
I
gonna say piggybacking off of that. Mike's got something about loot boxes and battle passes are gonna make game ratings more harsh too. Is this coming straight from the ESRB or is this someone else?
No, this is from Peggy, the Europeans over in the European version
The
of what
European
we
rating
got.
board.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That now that they're cracking down on those, the games that have those systems, like loot boxes or similar random item card pack or gotcha stuff, will be getting the Peggy 16 rating,
Or just
and this
flat
will
if
start.
that's what's in the game.
Right, exactly. That comes into effect in this June.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep. Games that have microtransactions automatically get Peggy 12, but they have a way to get it down to a Peggy 7 rating. If there's an
I need to
option,
look into these ratings because I feel like saying 12 for games that have microtransactions that should be 17.
I think the idea is that, like, because it looks like it says limited. Like, it probably is going to be extreme. Like, they probably, again, have looked at, oh, something like Marathon, right? That might be a 17 because, again, you can go in and freely spend whatever you want.
Mhm.
If there's, like, I would probably assume that, again, going back to this loot boxes deal, that's probably going to be an automatic 17. Whereas if there's some
Right.
limited skins that you can get, I don't like it, but I get it.
Mhm.
I mean, I
and
don't. I was talking with Terry about this because she was asking
Mhm.
about Marathon, and she was specifically asking about skins. Like, how do you get them? And I was like, so you can get them by playing the game, but there are like special skins that you have to spend money on. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, this ties into a bigger thing with loot boxes, which is just gambling.
Yep.
It's just gambling.
Yep.
That's what
Exactly.
it is, right? So, and when I explained it to her, she was basically like, "That's just children's slot machines." I'm like, "Yeah."
Ta-da! See, she got it. We need to get the word out to more people, make them understand what's happening. Educate some adults. Maybe they'll stop letting their kids buy a shit ton of stuff and then complain to the companies that they did it. Mike, did you play Pokemon when you were growing up?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I just did.
Why? What's up?
No, nothing. Besides Pokemon Day being what? What?
Nothing.
Not you, Sean.
It's the
So
most,
you're laughing.
Oh.
I'm laughing. The most random ass tangent. Mike, what do you feel about clouds?
Hang on, I was going somewhere. I was gonna say the Ditto game Pokopia got 2.2 million sales in the first 4 days of release, which is apparently the biggest Pokemon release, or the quickest that it grew that much. It's kind of insane that a non-Pokemon game, or a non-traditional Pokemon game, was that big.
Yeah. I love the irony.
Pokemon, Sean.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it's their irony game, seeing as they gave Power World shit for using a similar system, and then they turn around and advertise a Minecraft knockoff.
Oh, there's a new game out that's similar to Pal World as well. I forget what it's called, but it's fighting monsters, and they have Legend of Zelda-esque gliding situations that you can do, and you capture the Pokemon. Well, they're not Pokemon, but the creatures in this game in cards and stuff like that. So, you got another brave soul on the market.
Lawsuit.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know how Game Freak is. All right. Anyone else?
Is that Game Freak though? Or I'm sorry. I was going to say, is that Game Freak or is that Nintendo?
It's
Nintendo.
Game Freak because Nintendo does not own Game Freak. They own the Pokemon license. Game Freak is just the developer of it.
I just want to go into one thing that looks really freaking cool.
What's that?
The Shovel Knight devs are doing a game called Mina the Howler. Howler. Yes. It looks... I'm watching it now. It looks very Zelda-like, and I like it.
I missed their campaign to raise money for the development of the game, but I'm absolutely gonna pick it up once it's released.
Oh yeah.
It's like I didn't get into the whole Shovel Knight series, but I did pick up Shovel Knight 1 when it came out on 3DS, and I loved it. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Yacht Club games make good games. Games.
Games.
All right. Speaking of games, anybody else antsy and want to talk about Marathon?
Yes.
All right, we've had it for over a week. Yeah, it's been a week now. How are we feeling about it? Not everybody talk at once.
I think we'd have to all agree that we all very much enjoy the game.
Shit.
Smart ass.
Love you.
I will say, we very much, and again, I'm speaking for myself. I very much fell into the, Adam, you are now the de facto leader of all of this shit. Like when we go into a map, I'm just like, brain off.
Ears open, eyes open. Tell me what to do, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Call me Lenny, because I'm a henchman.
Nice.
Well, I will say this. I will counter that with how many hours have you put in the game?
Not enough. There's still more time. I can keep going. Yes, almost 50 hours in a week.
Yes. Again, I have a paltry 8 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot. That is still a full work day.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. I have rolled into
all to play every night basically for the last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even
when was
now,
the last time we did that for Destiny?
Before the final shape. This game's got us back. Damn you, Bungie.
They keep bringing us in, man.
I know.
They keep bringing us in. I like a lot of it, especially now with Outpost. One of the things I didn't put into here because I figured we were just going to talk about it was basically everyone's losing their fucking minds about Outpost as a map. I saw like
Why?
3 or 4 articles that basically are saying that that is the best extraction shooter
Yep.
map that has ever been made
That's what I'm
in
reading
any
too.
video game ever.
And
Yeah.
imagine this: if that's what Outpost is like, imagine what it's like when you
Yeah.
actually get on the marathon with the access keys, and you have to do
Oh, I
actual
know.
raid type mechanics to get through it.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike, we have
I
experience with
think
that at least. Sean's got a touch of that on Outpost where we had to like go through the buildings and find the access keys and match the colors with them, and you need to have specific ones, and you have to wait a certain amount of time and do certain things to get it to work.
the one thing I would like to see, especially once we get to marathon, like we actually get to the marathon ship. I was reading an article about the difference between that and arc raiders, and like basically arc raiders, there are moments where people, it's not just a shoot on sight. Like it's there is some limited, like people are like, there's codes of conduct and whatever.
Yes,
This game, it's every time I've ever seen anyone. I
kill on
sent a
sight.
text, kill inside. I sent one text that was basically a bunch of people in one exfil site, and it was like everyone on my map got together and we all were cool. And I sent it to you guys, and I was like, one can dream
Yeah,
because like
never gonna
it
happen to
doesn't
us.
exist.
Nope.
No,
I've even
God,
tried
no.
solo
Like
to like be nice to people and stuff, and just like run or like jump when they're shooting at me, and they keep going.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh fuck this! I mow them down and keep going. What are you gonna do? You got your chance.
I especially now because again we were talking like earlier in this podcast about like the lore aspect. I appreciate it a lot more now because I know like there's some background into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not just like some random. This world is like what 20 like
30.
in real life world. It's 30 years old,
30 years
right?
old. Yeah.
There's been
Mhm.
and I one of the things I actually was going to say too, watching the lore for Marathon 1, 2, and Infinite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that the they did it's really interesting the change in what they put out as like the impetus for the world.
Mm-hmm.
That game is very much no bones about it 90s weirdness. This is very much
Have you heard
2020's
about
weirdness.
Pathways into Darkness? In all the lore stuff, have you heard
No.
about that? So they didn't relate
No.
any of that. Okay, quick, hang on. I don't even know where to go with this stuff because there's so many things I want to talk about. Okay, Pathways into Darkness was a dungeon crawling game that Bungie put out before Marathon. Is literally first person. You're walking through what would be a dungeon, but the setup is basically something crash landed on Earth years ago. It's underneath a temple or like a pyramid or something, and you have X amount of time to get down there and destroy it, or place a bomb to destroy it and escape before it destroys whatever world or whatever. And what lives underneath the pyramid is what's believed to have been locked inside the sun, the working calendar, if you've heard that word. Like
Yes.
so that's believed that, I mean, you'll see Pathways into Darkness is a phrase that's used throughout Marathon as well. The Yarrow were the aliens who actually visited Earth and sealed it away or whatever in Pathways into Darkness, which is the Yarrow is the technologically advanced alien race in Marathon that nobody has seen for a millennia. What is it? There's a handful of other like callbacks from that game that you'll find throughout Marathon too. So it's like, is the main thrust of Pathways into Darkness what seeded Marathon? And then the Marathon stuff, people were linking some of the enemies and creatures as like another timelines version of whatever in Destiny as well, or in Halo. Like there's a handful of comparisons you can draw to those two. Like the Yarrow were the Forerunners and things like that. So there's definitely a through line with those.
And I think the thing too with the game, first of all, to go into all of it, shooting's tight, which is nice.
That is a Bungie
Um,
staple. If they make
right,
anything,
it
it's
is.
very good gunplay.
Very good. I love the responsiveness. Game's been out what, like a week, and they've already put out first patch. Listen to the people, right? I remember somebody saying, "Okay, your shell overheats. When you are cold, you should be able to be seen less than when you are hot with the thermal scope." And they were like on it, and they fixed it.
They also dumbed down the
Um,
range on the thermal scope too, because you could basically see across the map and pick people out through smoke. So they're like, yeah, it's a little too hard. But I'm also seeing
right.
some pushback from the patch too lately, where people are like, the audio cues have thrown everything off. Now people just run towards gunfire, and they're like, I picked off another team, and there was another team that killed us, and a team right behind them. It's ruining the game or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just noisier. And I think
Yeah.
that
I
might be
mean,
what our problem was too. We're just rushing in. There's people just
oh
attracted
yeah.
to the noise.
Oh my God. And like that's one of the things I back in my Call of Duty days, I was okay. I was not great, but I was okay. Like I could there were by but again, this is a completely different animal. And one of the things I also read was like this game instills dread.
Mike and you, Candy. It does. As soon as you hear like footsteps or any kind of shooting near you, you just stop, crouch down, and it's like, where's it coming from?
Right. Right. And as you said, Mike, doing a solo run and doing it with us,
Right.
it's a completely different game.
Have you guys tried running as Rook yet?
Yes,
Yes.
multiple
Okay.
times.
So, would you agree that there's a different feeling running as Rook versus running as a normal shell solo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, Rook is, and again, I understand. I see Rook as a way to get loot. Like if I need to go, I don't want to waste my shit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab Rook, get unstable biomass. I'm going
Yep.
to look for that and just find as much as I can.
That's
I
exactly
did
what I
that
do.
actually the other day. Yeah, it's just easier that way.
And
Like,
as you
and I
upgrade your factions too, you get different things for Rook. Like right now, I'm
yes,
almost at the point where I'm starting off with claymores, I'm starting off with cores, and I'm starting off with something else that Rook has. Plus, my shells have like the third rank for the overheat, so my overheat bar is even bigger, or it takes longer.
that's one of the things. And again, in a kind of Breath of the Wild, I wish there wasn't weapon durability. The overheating thing, which is funny because there's a mission where, or there's a contract where you have to overheat 3 times in a row, which then necessitated me running around like an asshole and sliding around while you guys were actually doing something like objective and substantive. I was running around, jumping off of buildings to get fall damage.
Being steward, look what I can do.
Look what I can do. Standing in front of a tick. Like, basically, I feel like that contract is just there to make
Standing
one person
here, I
look
got
like an
another
asshole.
reference for you. Stand in front of a tick nest like Joker. Hurt me, hurt me.
Yeah. We live in a society
Yes, of ticks and runners.
of ticks and runners. Oh, man. But I mean, like, it's interesting because, like, one of the things I like about it is even though the maps are the same, when you get into it, the circumstances are wildly different. Like, again, going back to this tick run,
The maps are actually
we'd be
smaller and
running.
there's less teams on the other maps. I just finally figured out how many teams are on Outpost. So Perimeter has, I think it's 18 total. So
Wow.
whatever math that is, 6 teams. And then I think it's 5 teams on Dire Marsh, and there are 4 teams on Outpost, 12 players. And Rooks don't start spawning in until like the 15-minute mark, I think it is, usually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about it too is you get in there and like say perimeter, you go to that one building that has like a million tick nests on it, right?
Columns.
And then you come columns, right? And then you come in later and all those ticks are dead and you're like, oh shit. Like, is there somebody in there? Um, Surprisingly, for a game that is this new, not a lot of game breaking bugs. I had a
Hmm.
one weird instance where I was transporting around the map for no good reason and then couldn't
Hmm.
run. And then I tried to overwatch you guys and then got shot in the face.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's happened with me is just guns not showing up on the ready up screen. No big deal.
Oh yeah, that never shows up for me anymore, and it went from being like to like okay, yeah,
Mike,
that's what's happening.
I want to hear from you because I'm really interested in how you feel about it. Because when we were talking about the game and how you go about playing it and what type of game it is, the objectives and all this stuff, you seemed put off by the idea that if you die and lose stuff, that's it, it's gone, and you didn't want to lose your stuff because we came from Destiny where you hoard all the good shit and you never have to worry about it. It's there for when you're ready for it. How do you feel
Right.
now after playing it for a week?
I still have that feeling, but it's gone from me not liking it at that point and not liking the idea to, okay, this how it's making me think instead of me just being barreling in like a bastard, not giving a shit.
Like a bull in a china shop?
Yeah, pretty much. Now this one, you're just like, okay, I need to actually pay attention here. This I'm very limited on my ammo. Way D1 used to be. And okay, I need to take it slow. I can only go this far. That type of thing. You have to. It's basically telling me to slow down.
Got to be more
And
methodical.
then once I right, and then now that I'm having to think about it and having to slow down, and I need to do this, this, and this. It's its own type of excitement at that point, which is why I starting to see where you guys were coming from, and then like, even though half the stuff just goes over my head, just listening to it, it's like, oh, that sounds cool, and I don't mind being overwhelmed like that. I won't be able to add much, but I still get fun out of it, which is. I haven't seen that in a game. Seen that in a game in a while.
And I think that this is a new territory for all of us, right? None of us have extraction shooter experience.
God no.
Yeah, I mean, I played like Apex Legends for a bit.
That's Battle
but
Royale, though.
Whatever. But right. Yeah, I mean, like
You
again,
can't play
like
this like a Battle
playing.
Royale.
Right. It's. I haven't played much extraction shooters. I like it. I like it. I like all the aspects of it. I probably will not play any other extraction shooters. And the only reason why this kind of brought me in was the art style, the premise behind the game, and the prospect of playing with you guys. Like beyond that, I'm like,
When you get
and
further on in the lore and start like drawing the comparison from old lore to new lore, and you're like, oh shit, now this is whatever. I feel like that's going to pull you in even harder.
yeah. I mean, I think the thing is, especially for this game, I also understand why people might be against it because, again, if you don't have a dedicated group of people, you're running solos, which is fine, but is tough, or you're with randos, which is also chaotic as
Mercy of the
fuck.
person.
Yeah.
Bungie is pretty big on like team play and in the sense of like let's make friends kind of thing, and they try to make it to where it's a healthy environment for their games, and like they're quick on like squashing people who are assholes to others about however they play or whatever. They like people making friends and stuff, so it seems like a logical thing to do for them.
Yeah. And on that note, we should go play some more.
Oh damn!
Don't have to tell me
I know.
twice.
I know.
Oh, I had a question about it. What actually keeps bringing you guys back to the game? Like, you could have just played
I'm
it.
looking at him.
Right, but when we're not here, you say you still want to play, right?
Yeah, I think
So
now
what is
that
it
I've gone
grabs
into
you
it,
and makes you want to keep going into it?
it's probably the fear.
Really?
No, I'm being serious. But like it is tense, but fair. The only like as much as I'm like we got fucking our asses
Violated.
served to us yesterday,
Yeah.
right? But at the end of the day, I wasn't like, oh, this sucks. It's like, and the first couple times, yes, I was like, oh come on, man, I just want to win, and that's not what this is about. It's progression.
Right.
You just start at a thing and you keep going.
Mike, you?
More or less the same thing, but for the most part, it's there's not a lot of things that I enjoy doing, like group activities,
Mhm.
and Destiny did that for me. I trusted the fact that one, you highly recommended it, so I had to give it a shot. Bungie having that type of game, especially a shooter. I was not a shooter fan at all, but got into that. Found out you played. You got me into there, and then when you were recommending this one, it's a new shooter. I'm like, okay, I'm especially when they turn down the brightness of the colors. Like it's still neon, but it's not. Holy crap! Um, that visually made things easier for me to play, and I started enjoying it more and more. I don't understand the lore as much, but I understand enough that I can have fun with it. And then again, the fact that I can go on, even if I'm not able to, when I am, I can sit on the couch, turn on the game, text you guys, say, "Hey, do you want to play?" And every single time, you guys have been on.
Yeah. Hard not to want to be.
So yeah, that's a big part of it.
I think I figured out why I like the game so much. Besides, like the actual gameplay and like playing with you guys and the actual teamwork actually has a big difference and plays into gameplay. But I think I know why I like this game.
Okay.
There is no real fear in the game. The fear is the moment-to-moment gameplay, like Sean said. It's sneaking around, hoping you don't get caught, or hoping you get the drop on somebody, or holding down a spot while you're waiting for something with the bots, the UESC, and whatever. Like doing those mechanics in the matches.
Yeah.
It's yes, you have a risk of losing whatever gear you have, but it's not restrictive. What
Right.
goes around comes around. You lose it, it comes back to you. If not bigger and better than it was before. Or there's ways to get back into the game with no real problem. They've reduced
Right.
a lot of the friction when it comes to actually playing the game. And I think that that's the biggest draw, because it's just like, oh, I died. That sucks. Right back into it. And it's just like, it's 3 clicks. It's here, map, ready up, boom. And you're off. And it takes no time to get into a match, too.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it.
Well, they did
A lot
good.
of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
That explains. I want to say that explains why. I now see why the reason why they used the UI that they did for like the maps and stuff like that.
Right.
So
No, I agree.
cool.
Have you guys listened to any of the
Well-
audio logs you get when you're doing the contracts? Did you know that you have little
No.
radio plays that you can listen to?
Well,
Go
yeah.
back.
Well,
Yeah.
when you finish and like somebody will pop up and be like, "This is what's happened,"
No.
and like the guy
In
with
your
the
codecs.
lion behind it.
There,
Oh,
there,
really?
There are audio logs in your codecs that you can access, and it's like little recordings of what happened on Tau Ceti at the time. Like just yesterday, I finished one for New Caloric, and it was one of the scientists and her. I don't think apprentice is the right word, but I forget what they call her. Understudy. She's helping
Assistant?
her. Assistant. She's like working alongside her, trying to figure out something, and they're studying the contagion that happened and affected their crops, and they're coming to some realizations, and like it's just the voice acting and the sound effects that they added to it and stuff. It sounds
Yeah.
like an actual recording from that building, and it's like a little radio play. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm gonna listen to it later.
Yeah. And it links in with like the greater marathon shit too, because you'll pick out things like names and places or things and stuff, and it's like I gotta figure out the timeline so we know where this falls, and then we'll know what happened with the original 3 versus this one.
Gotcha.
All right, you guys, you good?
We're good. I'm ready
We
to
all
play some
recommend
more.
Marathon. Go play it.
Thumbs up.
Yay. All right, if you want to interact more with us or talk to us, we're on Facebook and Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky and the YouTubes. And the video version of the podcast goes live at the same time as the audio version at 7:30 on YouTube. And we're on Spotify and Apple and Google and all those other things. So, yay. Say goodnight, Rocky. We're gonna go see
He says
Project in a
goodnight
couple
to-
weeks.
Yeah,
It's a date.
it's a date.
Okay.
All right.
Hop on. Hop on. Get
Later.
off. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And stop.
I'm definitely buying another microphone.
Oh yeah. What's the error that
Oh, yeah.
keeps coming up when it has an issue?
It just says like you've lost connection. These are a bunch of reasons why it can happen. It's stupid. But if I like it, I don't know if it's because like I minimize it or something because I just made it one of my screens and now it works fine.
Maybe. Minimizing might do it.